Well, okay, folks. I hope you saw the little video I just put up at representing mile 0. That has actually been moved just a little bit. It's normally down the street at a little square, but people kept running into the marker, so they moved it up by just off the road a little bit. Learned a few more things about it. I started to talk about it in the video, but there were so many people around and it was so windy, I thought I'd just wait till I got back in the truck and then share a little information. In February of '42, following the Pearl Harbor attack, the president decided that they needed on the inland road to get supplies and equipment and forces up into Alaska because they were concerned about another Japanese attack coming from towards the mainland from that direction. And so they marshaled their forces, had the Corps of Engineers get started on building the road. They decided to start from Dawson Creek because that was the northernmost railway station and they could bring supplies up to there. So they started at Dawson Creek, and the original road, what we drive on today is not necessarily the original road, but the original road was very curvy. There are almost no straight ways on the road. And according to the lady at the visitor center, the reason for that was to keep Japanese from being able to land on the road. If they had enough curves in it, they couldn't find a straight enough place to land an airplane there to bring people in from the northern edge. So it started in February. They started from both ends, both at Fairbanks, well actually at Delta Junction, and at Dawson Creek. And they built the road from the two ends, meeting in the middle. And it started, like I say, it started in February of '42. It was completed in November of '42. Now, I'd love to drive it on the 100th anniversary, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll be around. Then if I am, I don't think I can be driving. So maybe the 80th would be nice. Well, it's past the 80th. Maybe the 90th would be nice. But I think my next journey up here, should I make another one, I will actually start at the starting point, drive up to Delta Junction and on to Fairbanks, and back down to the starting point. I think that'd be a neat journey. While I was in the visitor center and talking to them, they presented me with a little certificate marking the completion of the journey. And that was pretty special. So, though we're not driving on the original, much of it is the original, but all of it is not. Still pretty rough doggone road, and that was just a really neat experience. Met a couple of people there that they were clean duds. The motorcyclists had clean outfits on, and cars look all shiny and clean. I said, "Y'all must be starting," and he said, "Yep." So they won't look like that when they get back. One thing I saw today I have not mentioned. You know, I said that I had seen people on bicycles doing it. I had seen people do it on motorcycles. And today, my video wasn't on when I saw it, but today I saw a gentleman walking it and actually pulling a little cart behind him with his stuff in it. So I'm guessing he's walking the whole thing. Man, can't imagine that. Particularly some of those grades. I mean, 10% grades in some places. I think I actually went down to 12% today. So it has just been a great experience. Now I'm on my way from here to a place called, and I kept trying to pronounce it, the lady telling her where I was going, and she said, oh, the B silent in there. So instead of, let's see, I can't read the little print on my mouth, but it's Lindsay, something like that. To a gentleman's farm where I'll boondock for the night and get an early start in the morning. I guess I got about, looks like 84 miles before I get there, hour and a half. And then I'll get an early start in the morning and head over to the Reynolds Museum at Wetaskin. I think that's where you pronounce it. I don't do good with pronouncing these names up here. I try to put a southern slant on it, I guess. So, anyway, I'm on Highway 2, leading from Dawson City Dawson Creek to towards Edmonton. And I think it'll intersect with Highway 43. So, next stop is that little community of that gentleman's farm, and then the following stop will be just south of Edmonton. And then I'll have to decide tonight where I'm going to overnight tomorrow night. I've got two choices, and I'm weighing them heavy. One is a winery, and they're in Edmonton. And what kind of intrigues me about that is it has it's a family farm, and they harvest raspberries and make wine. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they make wine, period, much less with raspberries, but versus grapes. So that's kind of intriguing to find out a little more about that process and how they harvest or raise the raspberries. And maybe they'll sell raspberries. I don't know. I'd love to have a big old handful of raspberries right now. And the other is a bit south of Edmonton, between there and Calgary, and it is on a property that's a sausage maker, and he makes he's an old Swiss sausage maker, or he trained in Switzerland. I don't know. I think his roots go back to Switzerland, and he makes sausages. They say it's a non-slaughter farm, so that would make it a little bit better. But so it's a toss-up whether I go to a winery or a sausage place. That's a tough decision, folks. I am not a big wine fan, but I am intrigued by the raspberry. I am a big raspberry fan. I am a big sausage fan. So I don't know. I will let you know tomorrow night where I wind up. Depends on how long I suspect I stay at the Reynolds Museum. I got a feeling that's going to be a long stay. From what I've heard about it, not something you're just going to walk right through it. From pictures I've seen. So we'll see where I wind up. But for now, I will. I just thought I'd post this video up right quick, and I don't think we're going to see a lot. I've kept it where looking out in front of me, you can see it's just. It looks like anywhere USA. But one of the things I was meant to mention before I stop this one, is the day being Independence Day. And to celebrate that at a location that represents the marshaling of forces to make sure that the United States was not again attacked and by the same people. And I just thought that was pretty amazing. Though I'm not on U.S. soil, I was standing at a point of inflection from the United States leadership who said we have to protect our country against all enemies. And so combined them, joined with the Canadian forces and built that highway. Very impressive to me. And so that was pretty emotional, I have to admit, for me to experience at that point. It was sort of like being at Pearl Harbor and on the USS Arizona Memorial on Memorial Day. Well, those kind of go hand in hand. So I'm going to stop this video before I mess around and get emotional. I have been known to do that. And I'll probably record a short one when I get where I'm going. And then I'm going to set my Starlink up and get started uploading some videos from yesterday. Got some really nice ones for you. Hope you'll enjoy them as much as I enjoyed making them. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits here and see y'all down the road. Bye, y'all.